Diane in Denmark here, rah rah rah. I'm just popping in today to have a little quiet chat with you actually, and to give you a little checklist, and there are timestamps in the video so you can move forward to the next points if something doesn't apply to you. But we're really close to Christmas, and even if we've got all the best laid plans and we've been doing our Christmas prep, we can still get that overwhelmed feeling. And that's what I had yesterday morning. I woke up and I had that, and I've shared before, you know, if I'm having a case of the blahs or if I'm having a challenging week. And quite often when I've made those kind of videos, a lot of you are in the same position. So I'm sharing it for what it's worth today. I've got a little checklist for you. But before we are in Denmark, so let me light the candle. We are on to the 22nd of December, and for us in Denmark that means 2 sleeps to Christmas, because like the rest of Europe, Christmas for us is the Christmas Eve. That's when we have our big celebration on the 24th in the evening. So anyway, let me just put this candle behind me. If you're watching, of course, in the States and Canada, in Britain, of course you've got, first you'll have your celebrations on the 25th, so you've got an extra day. Anyway, I'm just going to give you a little checklist here. And it's just basic stuff, but worth repeating, and hopefully it'll be of some help for you. So first things first, if you're watching this video, make sure that you've got a cup of tea or coffee. I've got a cup of tea here. You can see lipstick on my cup as usual. And also, if you haven't yet eaten breakfast today or had your lunch today, why not watch this video while you're eating your breakfast or eating your lunch? You've got to take care of you right now, okay? So none of that skipping meals thing. So first thing I'm going to say to you, whenever I get that feeling of like, you know, what is next, and everything is kind of bubbling up to the surface, I do my usual thing of a brain dump. Now, I've been through this many times before. I've got a whole in-depth playlist on the Getting Things Done system. I've shown you before. Do not go binge watching that right now. We're not doing that. We're just concentrating on here and now. But I'll show you. Let me just take a piece of paper here. And all you do is, you know, instead of just writing everything down on a piece of paper, which is the kind of traditional brain dump thing, and then of course you've just got this kind of huge long list of things you need to do. What you do is take an old jotter of the kids, back of an envelope, whatever you got to hand, and just fold it in 4 or cross it in 4, and get everything out of your head, everything that's going in your head right now. And I've put them into 4 categories. So you've got things that you can do actually inside the home, anything that needs done inside the home. Maybe you're going to set your timer and decorate, do a bit of holiday decorating for 15 minutes, or you need to go through what's in the fridge and throw out stuff. So anything that you need to do at home, that goes there. Anything that you need to do online, anything that you need to do at your computer, or that you can do from your smartphone, where you're, you know, maybe you're sitting and the kids are watching some kind of Christmas movie. You can be doing something on your iPad or on your phone. Write that there. And then any kind of errands that you need to do, anything that you need to pick up from the supermarket, from the grocery store, you know, food for Christmas or whatever it is, get that written down there. And then the last one is discuss anything that you cannot move forward on the project until you've spoken to somebody. Like, for example, you need to speak to your other half about what you're going to eat for breakfast, I don't know, on Christmas Day. Maybe you need to speak to the kids about when you're going to do something, or making gifts for somebody. And the idea behind this is that when you're able to do these things, when you are, you know, in the home, and maybe the kids are down for a nap, you can do something from here or here, and just so that when the time comes, you've got your list ready. It's not that kind of one long list of things. And the very fact of just getting out of your head and onto the piece of paper, you know yourself, it gives you a kind of calm feeling inside, because you know where to start. You've got your list now, you know where you're going to go when you've got your time to work on that. So that's the first thing, doing your little brain dump to get started. And then perhaps you are worried, you know, about the cleaning of the house and all the decorating. For those of you who've been following me for a while, you know that in the month of December, I don't worry about doing detailed cleaning of the house. I'm consistent the rest of the year, and when things get really busy, usually in the summer coming up to the end of the school year, December when it's Christmas, when there's a lot going on, especially stressful this year, you may be under lockdown as we are, there's a lot of stress going on. You can just ease back on that. I do not do any detailed cleaning. If there's something that really needs done, it really annoys me, I will do it, of course. I'm not going to, you know, if I spill my cup of tea on the floor, of course I'm going to clean it up. But I'm not worried about detailed cleaning. What I usually do is, my usual thing, and I'll link a couple of videos below, I do a 5-minute PUPA, which is a pick up and put away, and I do a 5-minute PUPA in the main rooms in the house, which is like the living room, the kitchen, the bathroom, and also in our bedroom. 5 minutes on each of those places. It makes a huge difference in how you feel about the look of the house, just picking up things and putting them away. 5 minutes, use the timer, put your cordless headphones on, listen to a podcast, listen to one or two of your favourite songs, and the time really flies by. So do a PUPA, and if you're wanting to do the cleaning, I'll link to another couple of videos down below, where you can see me doing like a 15-minute clean in real time of, again, the main high traffic areas of the house. And that is, for me, is the living room, the kitchen, the bathroom, and that's basically it. So just that very fact of spending 15 minutes of, you know, actually getting up off my bahookie and doing something, it really helps me to feel calmer, you know, in my body and in my head. So on to the next one, hold on. Just needed a wee sip of my tea before it gets cold. The next thing is, think about a time plan for the next couple of days ahead. What is essential for you to get done? Do you need to take out your duck or your turkey, whatever you eat for your festive meal? And plan backwards. So, for example, in Denmark, we have our main celebration on the evening of the 24th. That's when it all kind of kicks off. Now, normally we eat around 6 o'clock in the evening. If you want to see how we do Christmas in Denmark, if you want to see how we do New Year in Denmark with jumping off chairs, diving into the New Year, they're all my Danish playlist. But you know, we eat, generally speaking, around 6 o'clock on the evening of the 24th. So take that and then work back. What needs to be prepped? For example, our Danish Christmas dessert, we start that the day before. So I need to get that started on the 23rd, which is like tomorrow. Because it needs to cool down in time, and then, you know, we're adding cream to it, whatever. If you're interested in what we eat, it's also on that playlist. So actually, you know, you can go through your diary, see what's coming up, see what your timeline is, and actually write that down on a piece of paper. It just so we're not kind of missing anything. So think about, you know, do you have some kind of special breakfast on the morning of the 25th? What does that entail? Do you have to prepare things the night before? Just, again, take a piece of paper and write down some timelines for it. Okay, that's really helpful. And then the last one, which you're going to say, I don't need to, I've got so much to do, I don't have time for this, is the self-care thing and looking after you. Now, I've also done videos on that. I've actually got a really good video of mine, even though I say it myself, from about 3 years ago, talking about the self-care thing, that you must get in your self-care every day, because whenever I'm coaching people and when they're really overwhelmed, it all stems back to the fact that they're feeling everything is too much because they're not getting their rest, they're not getting their self-care, they're not eating their lunch or their breakfast, they're not drinking their water, they're not getting dressed. It all comes back to that. So again, I'll put the link to that video down below. But right here, right now, what are you going to be wearing for Christmas Day? Don't do that thing of, you know, you've got all the outfits for the kids and they're looking great and you want to be hiding in the background of the photos because you haven't actually done your hair or put in a wee bit of slap makeup. And I made a video last week, and you know, even if you're not into, you know, holiday sweaters or things like that, I'm not into holiday sweaters, maybe you can find a wee brooch, a wee bit of sparkle. Just today, go and look out your outfit. And I hang up mine on the back of my door because it makes sense for me. Then I've got it and I'm kind of ready to go. And of course on the 24th and 25th, maybe you're out walking the dog and it's muddy, but have two outfits ready. You know, your outfit for kind of maybe cooking and working through the day, and your kind of party sparkly outfit. Don't leave it to the last minute because I've been there, done that, kind of serving Christmas dinner, and I'm still there, you know, wearing a pair of kind of dirty jeans and I don't have any makeup on, and suddenly I feel like, you know, it's all kind of passed me by. It doesn't have to be like that. Take 5 or 10 minutes today, look out your outfit, and we're not talking about the kind of Pinterest thing with the whole family in matching pajamas with the fake smiles on the camera. We're just talking about make it cozy for you so that you actually remember that, you know, it's Christmas. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just about being with the ones that we love. It's not going to be perfect. There are things that are going to go wrong, but just by taking a wee bit of time, you know, writing down things, it doesn't need to be overwhelming. And one more thing, a few exciting things coming up in January, but that's for me to know and you to find out. If you're subscribed on YouTube, remember you have to press that wee bell thingy for notifications, because otherwise, and I don't know, I'm not really into the YouTube thing, but sometimes they change things up. So you haven't been getting notifications about videos and the things that I put on the community tab, make sure that you've pressed the wee thing for that. And otherwise, I shall see you on Instagram, because I post there all the time with little reminders of what we are up to here in Denmark with all the hygge. So anyway, live long and prosper. Have a fantastic day. I hope you're feeling a little brighter by the end of this video, and that you've got some ideas that you can move forward with. I hope you have a fantastic Christmas, and I shall see you on the other side. So live long, prosper, Danish will be with you, and I'll send you up with a ho, 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 and a rah, rah, rah. Okay, bye for now.